Welcome back to my YouTube channel 0.1% Life. Okay. In this video, we will discuss tolerance in life. Tolerance is a virtue for some people. It means giving people space and not imposing your beliefs on them. But tolerance can also be good for a person. As they say, life is a journey, and we all have our own way of traveling. We all make mistakes along the way, but it's important to know when something isn't going in your favor. And while it's easy to show when someone else is tolerating something they shouldn't, it's much harder to see what you should be tolerating and when to stop. Here are some things you can benefit from intolerance. Number 1. Toxicity. Poisoning can take many forms and affect you emotionally, physically, or mentally. It could be someone constantly putting you down, a bad habit like drinking too much, or a stressful work environment. Whatever form of toxicity takes place in your life, one thing is certain. If left inactive, it will slowly destroy all aspects of yourself. And that's why you shouldn't put up with it. Number 2. Hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is when someone claims to have moral standards or beliefs that conflict with their own behavior. This can also be called a double standard, like when someone criticizes someone else for doing something they themselves did. It is a trait that attacks the core of your values and should not be tolerated. It's dishonest and shows that the person doesn't care about their own standards. In fact, they might even use the standard as a cover for something else entirely. Number 3. Time waster. Time waster is someone who doesn't value your time. They neglect plans, spend too much of your day with their drama, or ask you to do something for them all the time and never help them. Every second wasted is a second you can't spend on anything else. You never really know when a time waster will pop into your life, but you don't have to deal with people like that. Set boundaries and stick to them. If a time waster wants something from you, ask yourself if it's worth doing before accepting or fulfilling their request. Number 4. Boredom. If you get bored, there's a good chance something deeper is going on. Boredom is often a sign of stagnation and lack of growth, two things that should not be tolerated in life. The thing is, life is too short to be passive and stay in your comfort zone. The only way to break out of a routine or break a negative habit is to challenge yourself with new experiences and adventures. This is important not only for personal growth, but also for the health of your relationships with other people. Number 5. Dishonesty. Dishonesty is one of the most destructive forces in our society and should not be tolerated in any way. It is a form of deception, namely the destruction or breach of trust. If you tolerate dishonesty, you allow others to deceive you. They make someone promise their words and promises without consequences for their actions. People who lie often feel entitled to do so because they think they are lying or distorting the truth enough to avoid hurting anyone, which they usually are not. But even if a small lie seems harmless at first, it can have a big impact over time. Number 6. Punish yourself. When you talk about yourself, the words that come out of your mouth have a huge impact. Words tend to form beliefs that influence actions. That's why talking about yourself shapes you, influences your attitude and reactions. When you constantly berate yourself with negative language, your brain begins to accept those messages as valid, even though they are not. And this can lead to feelings of inferiority, which in turn can lead to anxiety and even depression. Try to choose your words wisely when talking about yourself and remember that it's okay to be perfect. Number 7. Opponent. Your opponent just wants you to fail. And they only slow you down. It's hard enough to achieve your dreams and goals as they are. So choose wisely who you trust or share your goals with. Be careful about sharing your efforts with those who tend to doubt, criticize, and put others down. They only bring negativity into your life. If someone isn't supportive of what you're doing, they likely won't be happy for you when things are going well either. The best thing you can do is surround yourself with people who celebrate your successes as much as they praise your efforts. Number 8. Gossip. It's easy to get caught up in the gossip and rumors circulating in your social circle, but you shouldn't tolerate it. Gossip is unkind, hurtful, and usually wrong. People who get into it often try to improve themselves by destroying others around them. Don't let anyone pull you into this behavior. Number 9. Negative. Negative ideas and images are everywhere. We see it on the internet, we see it on TV, and we even hear it in songs. It's easy to get caught up in negativity. Don't let it happen. Instead of listening to other people's negative experiences and consuming media that reinforces negative views, turn to something positive. Read books about overcoming adversity, listen to music that inspires rather than discourages, and connect with positive people who will help you move on. Number 10. Life without joy. Your life is unbalanced because it is full of work and no fun. Living well means enjoying life to the fullest, not only physically but spiritually as well, and that includes having fun. Of course, everyone has their own idea of what it means to have fun, but it's about entertainment and having fun doing things that serve no other purpose than to bring pleasure. Unfortunately, we don't always have time for this kind of hobby, but at least sometimes we need it for peace of mind and health. Number 11. Ungrateful. There's no other way. Being grateful is something people often don't do. In fact, some argue that a lack of gratitude has become so commonplace that we expect it to be the norm. We are surprised when someone does something good without expecting anything in return. Moreover, people not only expect others to be ungrateful, but sometimes even tolerate this behavior. Or even worse, they try to hide their own ingratitude by pretending they are too busy, tired, or stressed out to express their appreciation for what others have done for them. Ingratitude is an ugly form of selfishness. It's the opposite of gratitude, and it's something you shouldn't tolerate from yourself or anyone else. Number 12. Living without integrity. A life without integrity is a life contrary to who you are and what you stand for. How to wear clothes that don't fit, feel uncomfortable. It drains your energy, feeds guilt and shame, and lowers your self-esteem. Integrity is a choice you make every day. Whether it is keeping promises or standing up to injustice, integrity is evident in all aspects of life. It's about making choices that reflect who we are as individuals, not how others want us to be or how we want them to see us. Number 13. Reason. Excuses are often thought of as excuses, but they are not the same thing. Reasons give an explanation of something that has happened. Reasons justify why it should be accepted. It's important to recognize reason for what it is, way to avoid responsibility. Those who make excuses try to tell themselves that their own bad choices weren't so bad after all. And when people start believing their own lies, things go downhill fast. The best way to avoid excuses is to hold yourself and others accountable. That's a discussion about tolerance in life. If you like this video, please support and share with your friends so we can continue making videos. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Be sure to check out our other videos too. Thank you for watching.